I'm Mike Ponder with Indian Creek Shooting Systems. I'm going to be patterning this Benelli M2 today. It's a 20 gauge, got a 570 choke. I'll be shooting TSS, straight number 9s. So this is our pattern after I shot. I'm going to record all the information that it was a 20 gauge Benelli M2 shot with an Indian Creek 570 choke at 40 yards. And then this is a tool I made out of just a piece of angle iron. It's got a pointer on it, and then I drilled holes every so often to make my circles on this piece of paper. So at 5 inches over, I drilled me a hole so it fits a Sharpie in that hole. I can find the center of this pattern. This is where I was aiming. There was a little bit of wind and the gun wasn't sighted in yet for this particular shell, so all I'm seeing here is what the gun is capable of doing. I will re-sight the gun in, if I am happy with this pattern. But this is what the gun's capable of doing. So the center of this pattern is basically, say right in here. I'm not going to get real picky about it. I can pretty well tell that's the center. When I do this, that gives me an exact 10-inch circle, and I move down here and this will give me my 20-inch circle. And of course, and then I do have one for 30-inch, but as you can see, about, I would say 95% of my pattern is in my 20-inch circle. So this will take me a little time, but I'm going to go ahead and count my 10-inch circle and see what the numbers tell. So I'm just taking a Sharpie and touching on each shot hole. That way I know I haven't missed one and I can count all of them and get my numbers. I can count the 10-inch circle, then the 20, and get my percentages. So as you can see, we shot this pattern. I counted my pellets in that 10-inch circle. I have all my information written down on here. You can see that, this was my point of aim. This is actually where I hit. So now I would go and sight my gun in for this particular shell. Again, the gun was not sighted in for this shell yet, and this is how much off you can easily be just switching shells. So I did get 234 shot in this 10-inch circle here at 40 yards with a 20 gauge, which is very impressive. I was shooting a 570 Constriction Indian Creek choke tube. I would, some guys wanted this a little bit tighter. I would go to like a 562 or our 555, which would just steadily increase this core pattern. So I hope you learned a little bit from this video we put together, but this is how we would go out and pattern our shotgun and then take it from there and go ahead. And the next thing we would do is shoot another couple rounds and sight the gun in.